Stanley grew up in New York City during the Great Depression. His family was very poor and his parents struggled to make ends meet. They were often afraid that they won't be able to pay the rent because his father was unemployed most of the time. So Stanley had to work when he was still in high school and he did all kinds of jobs. He was an office boy, he was delivering sandwiches, he was an usher, and many more. As a child, he loved to read and write, and his mother was always there to push him forward. She had the greatest compliments for Lee, and that had an incredible impact on his future. Stanley had said, "I probably got my self-confidence from the fact that my mother thought everything I did was brilliant. I could always assume I could do anything." At 17, he was hired as an office assistant at Timely Comics that would later evolve into Marvel Comics. At first, he had the most mundane job. He would fill the inkwells, go down and buy lunch for everyone, erase pages and proofread. But he soon became an interim editor for the company, and slowly Stan began building a universe of characters. Everybody loved his characters, that is, the Fantastic Four, Thor, Iron Man, the Hulk, the X-Men, and many more. But one time he almost quit. His publisher asked Stan to come up with a new superhero, and he started thinking. One day, he saw a fly on the wall and thought what an amazing thing it would be if this superhero could stick to walls and crawl on them. He thought for a while, and so Spider-Man was born. But he wanted to do something different with this character. He gave him personal problems and made him a teenager. So excited and armed with great ideas, Stanley ran into publisher's office to bring him the great news. But the reaction was, "Stan, that is the worst idea I've ever heard. First of all, people hate spiders, so you can't call a book Spider-Man. Secondly, he can't be a teenager. Teenagers can only be sidekicks. And third, he can't have personal problems if he had to be a superhero. Don't you know who a superhero is?" Stanley was devastated and wanted to quit. But something incredible happened. The Amazing Fantasy magazine didn't sell well, so it was about to shut down. They were releasing the last issue. Nobody cared what would be on the last cover. So, just to get it out of his system, he put Spider-Man on the cover. After a month, all the sales figures came in, and his publisher came racing into Stanley's office and said, "Stan, you remember the character we love so much? Let's do it him as a series." As it became so popular that his publisher fell in love with Spider-Man. With his powerful imagination and hard work, Stanley transformed Marvel Comics from a small publishing house to a billion-dollar brand. Our hero, Stanley, expired on 12th of November 2018, but he taught us a lesson. He had said, "If you have an idea that you genuinely think it's good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. If there is something that you feel is good, something you want to do, something that means something to you, try to do it, because I think you can do your best work if you are doing what you want to do. And if you are doing it the way you think it should be done, and if you can take pride in it after you have done it, no matter what it is. So don't let idiots talk you out of something you think is good. Just do your thing. Do it as well as you can. That's the important thing. Whatever you do, give it your best shot. You'll be glad you did it. Said by Stan Lee.